Dang, man. I don't know when to start. I should have my suit on. Uh, yeah, I don't have no audience. Nobody listen to me. But my neighborhood, man, I grew up around so much drugs in my neighborhood, and it's still drug infested. So we doing this tournament, and I feel like the government should fund it. I mean, they locked up 49 people in my neighborhood, if you haven't known, on an indictment for drugs. But my neighborhood is unfortunately not stable and have the lack of resource. But we do have, like I said in the last videos, we do have PROMESA, which is a program for rehabilitation. Now, these people are, ex-drug users. So, with that being said, and there's no recreations and there's no funds for tournaments, I feel like we should be funded for these tournaments and these type of things. And I think they should free the people that they did arrest, because it's kind of like an entrapment, which I have evidence and proof, but I guess it's not hard enough to prove in a court when you have someone against you and so many people against you. Like, I feel like they're just making money off of the problem that they created for us, and I believe that's true. Now, I'm not saying it's the guys that got arrested, it's not their fault for not thinking. Why should we have to think when things is natural? You know, the Bible was given to us and saying, hey, this is the right way, or whatever the situation was, and it's like, okay, so everything in the land is ours. And then you come outside and you see drug users and drug abusers. You get the drugs and you buy it. You want to be fresh and you want to buy things and you want to buy your kids things. It's not fair to take these people away for these reasons, and to have guns and make it legal, and then when people use them against other people because it's there, who put them there? That's the point. So I want to basically stay focused and tackle the tournament and the resource that we need for it. And I think that the government should definitely pay for it and definitely fund it without wanting anything in return, because I feel like y'all owe us for all the people that y'all took away from us, the brothers, the fathers, the sisters, and everything else, without having a stable environment for us to actually build up and an equal opportunity to have these careers and things to take care of our family and the right resources. Like, I want a recreation center, and I always wanted one since I was a kid. And right where I wanted to put my recreation center, y'all just put a transgender rehabilitation shelter there, which is gonna just cause people to buy more drugs and sell more drugs. So my focus is now this weekend coming up, not this one right here, but the next weekend that's coming up, 24th and 26th, we are throwing a basketball tournament for non-violence and non-drugs and anti-everything in our neighborhood, like as far as all the negativity. So we're making a positive thing out of a negative neighborhood. And it took me a lot to do this, trust me. I've been arrested so many times, but it took me some time to be like, you know what, I have to be one step ahead of these guys that set me up for failure. They did not give me a platform and say, hey, you're gonna be successful, and we want you to be successful, and we want you to be richer than the people in the lower Manhattan, or Manhattan or Upper East Side or whatever. We want you to live like them. They did not give us that environment. They did not give us that platform. They did not give us those resources. I mean, you could go across the street, across the concourse from my neighborhood, and they have recreation centers, they have basketball centers. There's not one in my neighborhood. And I mean, I don't want the police to do anything about it. I don't want the police, and start doing stuff and saying, hey, we're going to start giving back and we're going to do these tournaments. No, because y'all didn't do it before, and I don't want y'all to do it now, because y'all still represent something that's bad. Like y'all still arresting people that's probably innocent. Without these drugs in the neighborhood, y'all wouldn't be having a, a job and whatever. So I don't want y'all to do anything, but just fund it. If anything, fund the people that's already doing it. Don't try to get involved now. If you want to get involved, take off your badge and fight for them resources in our neighborhood. That's what I want you to do. I don't want you to come with that badge and say we giving back, because that's not what's going on. Because y'all taking away a lot of innocent people that's set up in this trap. Instead of looking at the trap and saying, hey, let's get out of this trap, we need to build new foundations for these kids so they go have a platform and etc. and give these people like not just hope, but stop trapping them off. Stop representing guns. Stop bringing guns outside. The person that made guns legal is actually responsible for all these situations. And we know this. I know the system is set up because you have lighter color in one section, you have another lighter color in this section, you have different cultures in each section. So someone, not saying just one person, but the system is set up to be the way it is. So when y'all start giving us those facts and start giving us those resources to get out of our system, instead of locking us up for the system that you already have us in, then y'all doing some help. Then we can talk, and then we can help. Then you can help. If anything, now it's just not the way it should be, and I don't think it ever was, and I don't think y'all can change that right now, unless y'all stop putting the drugs in our neighborhood. Stop the people that's bringing it in. Don't stop the people that's getting it and selling it and trying to take care of their family. Stop the people from making it, or y'all just stop making it illegal, because I think people find it more amusing when it's something that's illegal and they start to do it. So y'all just playing on people's minds, the regular people's minds, and acting super inhuman and like ants. They're not ants and not built on ant colonies and etc. They are human beings at the end of the day, and you taking people away from their family. That's unhuman. You make the guns and then allow people to kill each other, especially us. Y'all prey on the weak. So the tournament is coming up, and I hope this video will be able to be posted, because my last video wasn't, because I had Jay-Z music playing in the back. It's another story. Yeah, I don't understand how he made a story about OJ. The system is, we kind of like built to put each other down to make money. If you don't, then you're not succeeding. That's just the way it looks. I mean, you can tell me otherwise, you can think otherwise, but that's just the way it looks, and that's the way it be. Yes, the females, I believe they are put, they are trained to put another, male down in this society and in the neighborhoods that we grew up in, urban. Because the opportunity is there. You get a domestic violence case, you get an easier, you get an apartment easier. So if that wasn't an option, then people wouldn't seek for that option. People wouldn't run to that for rescue and run for help. People wouldn't try to get hit. Y'all can say y'all not trying to get hit, but as long as that option sits in your mind, you can say whatever you want to say, and a thinker's going to know. So rest in peace to this video. Holla at me, comment if anything. A lot of people don't watch my videos. Nobody probably watched this when I'm speaking about a lot of information, but I don't want to leak the whole thing, because I know the government would take it and turn it around and act like it's their idea, when we actually in a system and we seeking for help. And another thing I want to tackle, garbage cans. Garbage cans should be on every corner, because if someone is eating, they walking down the block, they gotta throw their garbage away, probably drinking their coffee or whatever. If it's not on the corner, then our neighborhoods is gonna be dirty. It's not like y'all put people in here to clean our neighborhoods. It's not like y'all providing brooms and garbage cans and garbage bags and broomsticks to clean our neighborhood. So that's another thing. You go down to another neighborhood, you go down to Lower Manhattan or whatever, on Manhattan, there's garbage cans on every corner. And then people be wondering, you know, kids growing up wondering why their neighborhood is so dirty and why these other neighborhoods not. And if you look at it, it's really there. I can show you a video of my neighborhood. I can show you the drug buildings there. What you think gonna happen in 5 minutes just watching a rehabilitation building? You're gonna see somebody coming out, probably sneaking to get drugs, etc. This is what happens, and what you're gonna think the residents gonna do. Seek an opportunity, maybe not. And on top of that, I know I said rest in peace to this video, but I'm still going. On top of that, I don't know when I'm gonna make another one. The system, when you go to the system for help, they delay your process. When you need it the most, that's when they won't give it to you. And you know, it's not how people are, it's how you treat people. Because you can treat 3 people the same. Most likely, all 3 of them is going to react the same way. If not 2, the 3rd person may do a little bit different. But it's not the way people are, it's the way you treat them. If my father died, my brother died. Matter of fact, I don't want to speak about that. If something happened to you, you're going to have that same reaction maybe as the next human being, most likely. The same results. So it's not just the people, it's, you know, the treatment that we get. Y'all creating the same people, and especially in these same neighborhoods. You know, you go to HRA for help, and you get treated the same way with the disrespect or the delay of resource. Them telling you they don't have resource. You're gonna end up with the same irrational, or not just irrational, I won't even say that. I'd rather protect them in this case. Protect us, human beings. You're gonna end up with the same attitudes, because now you're creating an attitude, because you taking away, or you withholding resource. Money is printed up every day. So if you holding on to it and it's not yours, or you're not giving it to it because you can't, but you're supposed to be the government, and everybody doesn't go, and every neighborhood is not, you know, it's just not the same human resources. But in that neighborhood, if that certain human resource is treating everybody like that, then you have the same people with the same type of attitudes. Another thing that I said in the other video that I didn't say in this one, sorry, this video is still going, 13 minutes and going. The hospitals, healthcare should be free. If money is printed up, why people is not provided with the proper help that they need? Why should they have to pay for it? I know the doctors need to be paid, but y'all should count up a certain amount of money to get to the doctors, so the doctors can perform these health procedures to save these people's lives. I mean, if we are equal and we all love each other and care about each other, we want all each other to survive. And it shouldn't be how much money a person make or the opportunity, because it's more about the opportunity that the person was given. Because if he wasn't given the same opportunity as the next person, why should he be treated worse? Because he wasn't given the same opportunity. Now, he's supposed to have an equal opportunity, and I can prove that we don't have equal opportunities just from our neighborhoods. And I would end it just like that, because I think that was a valid point